Hi there, this is Tracy at Tracing Dreams. Today I have a small thrifty craft haul for you. I have a few things I've found over the last couple weeks. I've been trying to cut back a little bit on what I bring in while I am destashing and organizing my craft room. So I've been a little pickier about what I get. The first thing I found here, I purchased these golden guides from In the Old Schoolhouse on Instagram. So she had a sale and of all guides like this. So these are the ones I purchased. I got this flowers one, and I do have to say they're in fairly good condition. And I believe they're all vintage. They look vintage anyway. Yeah, this is 1987. So I just love that cover. The pictures in here are beautiful. Butterflies and moths. Again, beautiful pictures. Just love them. Let's see if that has a 1987 as well. This one looks a bit older. It's also butterflies and moths. 1964 looks like. Very cool. This is non-flowering plants, so it's got mushrooms, ferns, and other fungi. So love the cover. And I believe this is 1967 as well. And here's some of the pictures there. Again, in really good condition, so I will probably just keep these as a collection. I have no intention right now of using them in my junk journals, but we'll see. I do have other guides that are not in very good condition. So, and this one's just flowers in general, a guide to familiar American wildflowers. And oh, look at those pages. Love it. Let's see if it has a date. 1950, it says. So yeah, in great condition. The reason I'm not opening it too far is because it's like the spine has never even been cracked. So very nice. Love those. So that was a great find again from In the Old Schoolhouse. Today, so the rest of the items I kind of purchased when I was out and about with my family. We've been doing a few college visits with my daughter, so then we stopped by a thrift store or two, and so today we did a college visit, but we went to a thrift store that was overpriced and really didn't have a lot of craft items. But I did find this cute little organizer here, and basically it's just got these little boxes in it, and I thought this would be great for beads, for charms, things like that. It can sit up like, oops, as it falls out, but it could sit up like this or go like this on my desk. So yeah, obviously I gotta watch what I do with that, but yeah, it was I think a good find. It's cute, and I hadn't seen anything quite like that. One of our local thrift shops, after we went out to lunch one day, I did find a few things. I got this trim, lacy edge, double fold bias trim. I got 2 of them. I was so good that day because they had a lot of trims, and I had just organized my trims and laces. I'm like, I cannot buy too many, but I did buy this one because I just didn't have anything quite like that. So I thought that was a good deal. And they did have some vintage card decks there. So I got Animal Rummy. And not quite sure how old this is, but it looks like it's new in the package. I would guess maybe 80s, maybe a little older. And then there was a second one that has the same card there, but the back is different. So this one says Burger Chef, this one says Whitman. So, but I would guess they're vintage. Then we got Donald Duck Educational Card Game here by EduCards. And it's still in the plastic, has not been completely opened yet, so I'm not going to pull them out. But yeah, I thought that was a good deal as well. It's definitely vintage. And then we have this one, take the cover off here so you can see it. But also Whitman card game still in the package. Fish card game. So I think it's probably like Go Fish. So again, good deal on those cards. I couldn't pass that up. I only found one book there, and again, I'm trying to be really good about not buying too many books because I just went through my books too and destashed a few of those. But this one is singing school our songs, so I think it was like a school music book, and I just love the pages. So if it had been straight up music paper, I probably wouldn't have gotten it because I have enough of those, but looking at the illustrations in here, this is pretty cool. So it does have some pencil and stuff in it, but I can probably erase that. And I would guess maybe 50s. Let's see if there's a copyright. It's in Roman numerals, so but yeah, I would guess probably 50s. But it's in fairly, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of marks and things on the pages, but the pages aren't like all ripped up. And a lot of times the old school books that I get, there's a lot of rips and tears in that. So it definitely is in better condition than a lot of them that I see. So it's very nice though. It has like a little story or play in the back there, I think. So yeah, thought that was a good find. Then I looked in the fabric section and did find this vintage sheet that had been partially cut up, but there's still a lot of it left. But I loved, and again, I don't need a lot of vintage sheet material. I have quite a bit, but I don't have this one. And what I loved about it is I had these big sunflowers on it. So that was pretty. And this down here might be, that for a second is a hydrangea, but it might not be. But anyway, that was pretty too with the blue and the pinks and that. So that was a good find as well. Then lastly, one of the colleges we were looking at just happened to be by a creative reuse store, so that I usually only get to about once a year anyway. And so my family was kind enough to let me stop there and look around a little bit. I did pick up a few things. I got this wallpaper, and it's not a lot on this roll, which is fine with me because just enough for me to use, but I thought it was pretty, the design, and then it has like these like green and brown like flecks on it. So that definitely go to good use. Then I found this little vintage box here for 10 cents of gummed reinforcements. So there are still some in there, and they're pretty thick, almost like a canvasy like material too. So they're probably really good reinforcements. But I also got it for the box, for the packaging. I thought was really cute. Definitely vintage. Then I found these cards. I think it says either 75 or 25. But either way, it was a good deal. So definitely can use these in some journals and pass some on, share them. Maybe not that one with the, it looks like a kid bit out of it, but there are definitely some good ones in here. So we will use those. Then I did get a few scrapbooking items there. So they had these simple stories journal bits for hearth and holiday. It says 38 pieces. There's a good chance that some of them have been used. But again, it was $1, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then they had some matching paper here, a 6x8. I think it's 6x8. This is still sealed, actually, so for $2, not a bad deal. I do want to open it up though and look at the papers because I didn't get a chance to look at the papers. But they didn't have a ton of scrapbooking paper there, which is fine because I don't need a lot of it, but this is really cute. I love this Santa Claus Express. Very cute. So yeah, I'll probably make like a little journal out of this. Perfect size. And I have the matching ephemera. So yeah, I thought that was, I mean, $3 for both of these together, not a bad deal. I have a weakness for these little pads of paper, the 6x6 and the 6x8. As I was reorganizing my craft room, I have a whole bin of them, so I really didn't need any more, but I told myself I could buy just one, well, besides the Christmas one. But this one is, what does that say? Lost and Found 2 by Jen Allison, by My Mind's Eye. So yeah, very cute papers in here. And again, this was still sealed, so I don't think any of the papers are missing, but I just love it. So 2011 for My Mind's Eye. It's cute. They did have they tend to put things in big barrels or bins there, and then you pull them out, and I don't know, they're not very much, but here was a partial sewing pattern, so I did pick this up, and I'll probably cut this part out to use on something. And then I really liked this Sew, Knit, and Stretch pattern as well. So it's still got quite a bit of the pattern. I think the whole pattern is still in there, but I like the cover, the envelope. Then I also found this, 49 in Market, Holiday Wishes laser cut elements. So I love their laser cut elements. I have used them before, and I thought these would be great for my journals. I think most of it is there. It's just some of the pieces have fallen out and gone to the bottom here, but it's got some really pretty poinsettias and bows and things in there. So yeah, not a bad deal for that. And then I also got this set here, Welcome Fall. They had it marked down to $2 or $3 there. Cartabella. And I'm not sure how much of it is left in here. Obviously, being the reuse store, things can be partially used, but it does, yeah, some of the pages have been cut apart. Has most of the stickers, and still got a good chunk of the papers here too. So I have a ton of fun fall stuff. So I definitely need to do some fall journals. And it really doesn't bother me that some of these papers have been cut into, because I'll just use them for making ephemera, journaling cards, small pages in the journals, that kind of thing. So a lot of the cut aparts are still here. I can use those. I love this plaid. And the texture of the paper is nice too. So yeah, somebody must have been making cards or something, because they just cut out like squares. I love this. That's pretty. And there's enough there. I could trim it down, use that as a page in a journal. This is pretty too. So yeah, for a couple of bucks, I will take the scraps and make something out of it. Then I just have two more things here. This one's not real exciting, but they had some old vintage envelopes. Tracy the Nanner Banana had used some of these to make a journal. She folded them in half. So I'm hoping these are big enough to make the journals that I want to. Try making one like she did. And then one more thing, I found this big atlas in the map bin. So I will definitely use these, because I want to say, like, I can't remember what the maps were, like 25 cents, 50 cents, something like that. So it was a good deal. So yeah, so that is my haul today. Let me know if you have any good ideas for anything. I do definitely want to do a video coming up soon to show you some of the changes I've done in my craft room. I really spent a lot of time over last week just kind of organizing and destashing, and it's been a lot of work, but it has really helped me out a lot, because I was feeling very overwhelmed with things. So Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.